This is Luna, my Siberian Husky, and she wants to tell everybody it's Fan Friday. Luna!
Is it Fan Friday? Say, it's Fan Friday! And it looks like we've got frisky puppies. Whitley wants to know, how tall is your fence, and have you ever had any problems with the girls trying to jump over it or dig under it? Our fence, as you can see, this is our fence. Most of you guys know what it looks like. It is a 6-foot-high privacy fence, so it's 6 feet tall. We've never had a problem with them trying to dig underneath it, but we don't normally leave them out here by themselves, so they don't really get a chance to dig underneath it. Oakley had dug a big hole back there by that tree, but on the other side of that fence, right on the back end side, the ground is actually up higher than the fence. So even if she could have got under it, she wouldn't have been able to get out, right? Missy wants to know, which one of the 3 girls is the alpha dog? I think they all have the most respect for Shiloh, so I would say it'd have to be Shiloh. What are you girls doing? Cheryl wants to know, are all your dogs females? Oh gosh, they're going! Oh, even Shiloh's going! Yes, all 3 of the dogs are females, every one of them. And you want to know which one is most playful? Right now, all of them, for some reason. For some reason, they're all playful right now. But normally, it's these 2. Shelby and Oakley are the most playful. Joshua says, my poodle back home is constantly licking. Not necessarily licking people or things, but licking the air. He does this all the time, and he's about 8 years old now. He's done it since he was a puppy. Have you ever heard of this with any other dogs? Not that. I have a friend of mine whose dog licks the walls, and Oakley tends to lick everything. The floor, the couch, toys, us. Not necessarily the walls, but everything else. But licking the air? No, I can't say that I've ever seen that happen. And she's down. Anika wants to know, will you ever consider getting a 4th dog? We may foster a dog for temporary, like if they need a foster for a husky or another northern breed that's having a hard time finding a home. But as for bringing a 4th dog into our house right now, probably not. We've really got our hands full with these 3. And we like to travel a lot. We like to go camping a lot. And you know, it's a lot harder with 3 dogs than it was with 2 dogs. And I can't imagine how hard it would be with 4 dogs. So in the near future, probably not. But you never know. Maybe someday. Sydney says she has a dog with major anxiety and jumping problems and wants to know if there's anything we can suggest. We have heard people that have had a lot of success with the Thunder Shirt. If you Google Thunder Shirt, you can find out what they are and more about them. Maybe something you may want to look into trying. I don't know if they actually work. I've never tried to use one, but I know people that have used them and said that they work great. Anne wants to know, with Halloween coming up, do you plan on dressing up your dogs? Actually, I ordered some Halloween costumes for them just for fun. They should be here tomorrow, so I'll have to show you guys those when I get them. We don't dress them up and walk them around usually. Shiloh does really well in costumes. She'll let you put anything on her and she does really well with it. Shelby, it takes her a little bit to get used to, and I'm not sure what Oakley's going to think, but I guess we'll find out. If she's not comfortable with it, we won't make her do it. She looks pretty comfortable laying right there, though. Anne Marie wants to know, is it common for Huskies to have selective hearing? Yes, extremely. This is one of the reasons why it's so hard to have a Husky off leash. When they're outside and they're off leash, they're not going to listen to anything you say. Very rarely will they listen to anything you say. I have a fairly large fenced-in yard, you know, goes way back there. It's almost a half an acre fenced in. And there are times, even in the fenced-in yard, where Shelby will be at the back of the yard. I can call her. She won't even look at me. She could care less. I can get the treat bag out. She could care less. She has very selective hearing when she wants to stay outside. Don't ya, Shelby? Don't ya? We had a few of you asking about whether or not the girls have ever gotten into a fight and what we've done when that situation has happened. Shiloh and Shelby have never gotten into an actual fight. Shiloh's never let it go that far. When she's done, Shelby knows it. Shelby has respect for that. But when we first got Oakley, Shelby and Oakley got into, I guess you would call it a fight. Neither of them drew blood, and they pretty much stopped when we yelled at them. But it was a little bit louder and rougher than it needed to be. And actually, it happened twice when we first got Oakley. We kind of just separated them for a few minutes, and then We didn't really make a big deal about it because we didn't want them to see the attention that they got from the fight that they had. So we kind of pulled them apart for just a short while, maybe even 10 minutes, and then we put them back in the room together, you know, let them see each other again, and they acted like nothing happened. I think the reason that it happened when it did was Oakley has never been with another dog, and she had certain toys that were her toys, and Shelby wanted to check those toys out. And that was kind of what seemed to cause the fight. But now we just take Oakley's toys and keep them in her kennel, and Shelby doesn't touch them, so they're okay with it. As for getting your dogs to stop fighting, if you're having problems with your dogs fighting, I am not a professional trainer by any means. I'm only telling you things based on my experience and what I have done. I would go ahead and contact a trainer and see if there's anything they can do to help you. That would be my best advice if you're having problems with your dogs fighting. If anybody wants to make an intro for Fan Friday, all you have to do is say, "It's Fan Friday." Maybe tell us your name or your channel name. Leave it as a video response to this video. Try not to make it any more than like 8 to 10 seconds long. It can be shorter if you need it to. And you don't have to have a pet. If you just want to do it just as yourself or as a cartoon or whatever, you don't have to have a pet to do an intro for Fan Friday. Then just leave it as a response to any of our Fan Friday videos or post it on our Facebook page. In the mail today we got this adorable postcard with a black and tan Shiba. Look, it's a Shiba. We almost got a Shiba that looked just like that before we got you, Shy. Check that out. That postcard came all the way from Japan. Thanks for sending that to us. Allie Smith, 2001 from YouTube, sent us this awesome congratulations on your contest card. Look, you got a card. It says congratulations. It says I love your videos. Well, thank you. And there is her Labrador Retriever, Charlie. Thank you for sending that to us. That's all we have for Fan Friday today, you guys. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we will see you on Monday. Look at you pretty girls. What are you pretty girls doing? Just hanging out, having a good time, huh? Nice fall air. Thanks for watching, you guys. We'll see you on Monday. Don't forget, if you guys would like to send us anything in the mail, our P.O. Box address is GonetotheSnowDogs, P.O. Box 12, Alpena, Michigan, 49707. And if you have questions for Fan Friday, you can leave them on our Facebook page or on our Twitter page, which are listed on the screen. Thanks for watching, you guys.
Sweet boy, shine bright.